Hello everybody, it's Ray and I'm here with my 1K subscriber special. Today I'm going to be telling you a story that is quite embarrassing to me, and I believe it's worthy of being my 1K special because I would not just willingly share this story for no reason. It is so embarrassing, and I figured that you guys have been supporting me, so I might as well tell you some really awkward stories. Today I'm only going to be telling you one though, and it is with Jacob from my last storytime video. If you didn't see my last storytime video, that's completely fine, I'll catch you up. Jacob was my best friend's crush in elementary school, and he was just kind of rude. He had a dark sense of humor, as the kids say. And after elementary school, that best friend moved away, and I went into middle school alone without a best friend. But I did still know Jacob, so I talked to him on occasion. Eventually, we started talking, and one thing led to another. We started dating. Now, we'd go to movies, and we'd hang out. It'd be fine and cool. Sometimes he'd do some things that were a bit questionable. We'd go to the movie theater. We'd sit in like the very back row so we could talk without bothering anybody. The movie theater we went to all the time, there were the regular seats, and then there was this huge gap, and there were 2 rows of seats behind that huge gap. So if we whispered, we would not be disturbing anybody. I personally, if I'm talking with a friend and I'm not really interested in the movie, we will commentate on the movie or make fun of the movie. There were some movies we would go see and we would know they were really bad, but we would watch them to make fun of them. So every now and then we'd be sitting in the back row and something weird would happen on screen, and he would just yell a joke or just generally be very loud. He would do this with the goal of other people hearing it. I'm not one to judge, but I also don't want to have other people's experiences ruined while they're watching a movie. He was my boyfriend at the time though, so I didn't say anything. I just kind of let him do his thing. I didn't actually know how to confront anybody about something anyways, so I just kind of did one of the nervous laughs and hoped that he wouldn't do it again. Now that's some very small embarrassment I'd have. I'd walk out the movie and most people would assume the person in the very back was the one that was yelling, or like they could hear that it was coming from behind. If they walked past us and saw us sitting in that back row, they'd assume that it was us, obviously. It was a little embarrassing, but since I wasn't the one that was doing it specifically, I didn't really care. However, one time I was sitting with a group. I was sitting with my boyfriend Jacob and 2 or 3 other friends. We went as a group. He yelled a joke at the beginning of the movie. His best friend yelled again, and then Jacob said another joke very, very loudly. One of the moms that I won't call a Karen because I believe she had the right to be upset, but I'm just gonna call her Karen because I can't think of another name. So Karen walks up. She was sitting in like one of the middle rows. We were sitting in the very, very back. She walks up, goes to our row of seats, stares into my soul, jabs a finger at me, and says, "Rude ass children." Every time she said a different word, she's pointing at a different kid. And I couldn't sleep that night. I don't want people to think that I am bothering them or disturbing them. Well, at the time I was a people pleaser, and I really didn't want anybody else to think I was bothering them. Even though I wasn't the one that yelled, the lady grouped us all together, and it is on me because I didn't tell them to stop. But confrontation was very, very scary. That wasn't the most embarrassing thing that happened with Jacob though, yay! This story happened after we broke up. About a year after we broke up, we'd still see each other semi-frequently, go to movies together, hang out, etc. One day, Jacob came over to my house and we were just chatting, and it came up in passing conversation that I could do a front flip on a trampoline. At the time, I had a trampoline, but it was very, very old. It was on its last legs. You might be able to see where this is going, but it's worse than you think. I go to stand on the trampoline. I start, getting some height so I can easily do this front flip. I do the front flip. I land way too far forward. So instead of landing in the middle of the trampoline where I wanted to land, I landed on the very edge of the trampoline, where half my body landed on the very hard, rusty metal springs, and half my body landed on the actual trampoline. That wasn't the worst part, though. Under the trampoline was this huge glass table that I somehow didn't see before going up there, and my fat ass landed right on it. It shattered into a million pieces into the grass. I don't even know how to process that. Still, I don't understand how I didn't see it. I don't get it. So I'm panicking. I am super embarrassed because I just broke a big glass table in front of my ex. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to tell my mom. Before I can think of a way to tell my mom, she comes outside and she sees the glass all over the ground. There's just little chunks in the grass that can't really see, but there's so much piled up. So you can see the pile, but you can't see the individual pieces, which is really dangerous. This whole time, Jacob is like trying not to laugh, and I understand awkward moments can make you laugh, but like I had cuts all over my legs. I don't know if he knew that or if he could see that, but I was in a lot of pain and I was really embarrassed. It did not feel good being laughed at by him. So after my mom scolds me and gives me like this broom and a dustpan to like sweep up the glass, I am just in piercing silence with Jacob watching me clean this. He hasn't really said anything. I try to make small talk because I hate awkward silence. He says, "Yeah, I saw the glass table there. I don't really know what I expected to happen. I just didn't feel the need to say it." Oh my god! That made me so angry, but also depressed, and also even more embarrassed because even Jacob saw the table there, and I still just did a flip right on it. The pain and suffering I feel is immense. After that, Jacob and I never really spoke again until he came to my house junior year asking me for head. Good memories. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you didn't like this video, please give it a dislike. I want to know what content is good, what content is bad. Trying to get the hang of this. I hope this was a sufficient 1K subscriber video. I'm trying to find ways for people that watch my content to get to know me better, so I figured telling a story would help. The story is something I don't even tell people I know in person, so you guys are quite special. Jacob, if you see this, you know your name's not Jacob, and also, I don't hate you. I don't think you're weird. I'm not mad at you. It's just really embarrassing, and I wish you would have told me there was a glass table under me before I did a front flip right on it. At least I stuck the landing. As always, I'm going to give a big thank you to my Nitro boosters over on my Discord server, discord.gg/rachit. Silver AG, Abby, Big Bang, Bleach, Captain Pie, Somber, Gwindo, Blind Marshmallow, Inspirational Pug, Fallen, Sadistic Milk, Ocean Man, Nova Spodermain, Purple Hacker, Spade, One Guy, Bumble Blaster, Teacup, Rachit, Wagon, Waving Man the Spirit God, and Essence. My next video will either be a gaming video or a movie review. My next storytime video, I don't know when that's going to be released, will be about my middle school hoe phase. Have an amazing day, drink water, pet your dog, sayonara! Oh my god, what if he sees this